Hello and good morning, good afternoon and good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us to this webinar where we will be showcasing our Energy Management Leadership Awards organized under the umbrella of the Clean Energy Ministerial. Energy efficiency continues to be one of the most cost-effective ways to achieve our climate goals, and in that perspective, our award for energy management is a perfect example of how the Clean Energy Ministerial and its members are driving towards continued improvement in energy efficiency through the application of energy management. In the webinar today, you will hear from the two co-leads of the award, Canada and the US, from the head of the CEM Secretariat, also showing us more and explaining more the relevance of the CEM work in this area. And then we will move on into a small ceremony in which we also hear from the awardees of this award their perspectives and motivations for also applying energy management. With that, I would like to turn and introduce our first speaker, Ethan Rogers from the Department of Energy of the US, who is going to speak to us about energy management and the work on energy management within the US and its relevant to industrial decarbonization. So Ethan, welcome, and the floor is yours. You need to unmute. We don't hear you. We don't hear you yet.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Okay.
Great.
My phone actually dropped out halfway through your introductory remarks. I don't know why my phone dropped out, so I had to switch over to my computer. Computers like to remind you who's really in charge, right? Well, hello everyone. Thank you for attending this event and taking the time to honor companies that have demonstrated leadership in energy management. The energy savings activities of the companies that applied to the Clean Energy Ministerial Energy Management Leadership Awards cannot be more important. Energy management is a fundamental tool in our efforts to address climate change. Climate change is undeniable. Its impacts are undeniable. Earlier this year, the United Nations called the climate threat a code red for humanity. Nations across the globe are experiencing historic heat waves, droughts, fires, flooding, typhoons, torrential rainfall,
Okay, it seems like we have a challenge with our first speaker. So perhaps while Ethan is reconnecting, I would invite the opening remarks as well by our representative from Natural Resources Canada. So Molly Johnson. Okay, yes. Ethan is back. So let's continue hearing Ethan's words then.
I'm not hearing any sound.
We hear you well, Ethan, if you hear us. Seems that the problem is not resolved. So let me introduce Molly Johnson, Assistant Deputy Minister, Low Carbon Energy Sector from Natural Resources Canada. Molly is going to tell us about energy management within the Canadian Country Program and also how it fits under the national climate and decarbonization efforts of Canada. Molly, thank you for joining us, and the floor is yours.
Thanks so much, everybody. Oh, and I think we've got a little bit of Ethan, but we'll kind of power through, and hopefully his issues will be resolved right afterwards. Hi there. So listen, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. I'm speaking to you from Ottawa. We're sort of mid-snowstorm, and so on days like this, living in a 1938 home and working from home, I can tell you that I know that energy efficiency is super important. But we're not talking about home energy efficiency. We're talking about it in the industrial space, in our building space, and but it's really great that everyone's taking the time to come and talk about this. And it's such a privilege to be part of the Clean Energy Ministerial Leadership Awards. It's inspiring to see so many excellent energy management efforts and to recognize these achievements. This is a true, at a national level, where together industry and governments in Canada are taking action to tackle energy efficient net zero futures. And it's also true within with our international cooperations, such as here at CEM at the recent COP26, where it played a key role in helping us maintain momentum for a clean energy economy, a better future, and not just for Canadians, but as we all know together, for our planet. Climate change represents one of the biggest threats to our environmental protection, our global security, economic prosperity, but it's also an enormous opportunity for businesses, for workers around the world. And this was underscored by our government's recent decision to legislate the goal of a net zero emissions by 2050. Continuing to invest, to focus on energy efficiency and energy management solutions, it's critical to advancing the progress that we all hold dear. Our industrial energy management program provides cost-shared financial assistance to Canadian industrial organizations to adopt energy efficiency solutions and energy management systems, such as ISO 5001 management standard. And at the same time, through our Canadian Industry Partnership for Energy Conservation, it has an acronym, but I'm not going to say it because I'm the worst at those. Industry and government can exchange energy data, best practices, and technical tools to reduce energy use and greenhouse gas emissions, and recognize Canadian successes. We're really proud of those successes, just as we are of all the recipients of CEM Energy Management Awards. Here at home, I especially want to congratulate our recipients of this prestigious award, Kruger Products, and Public Services and Procurement Canada. On the government side, it really is meaningful to see governments leading the way and setting an example as we try and make this transformation. And Kruger implemented ISO 5001 energy management standard at its facility here in Gatineau, Quebec, which is just across the river from where I'm sitting right now, as part of its commitment to energy conservation. As a result, Kruger has achieved considerable savings in energy use and reductions of emissions. Lastly, I mentioned the financial assistance that we provide to support industrial energy efficiency projects, such as ISO 5001 implementation. You may be interested to know that we are just about to launch a new call for project proposals for this program. So any Canadian industrial facilities that are participating this morning may want to go out to our website and check out the details for more and submit their proposals so that they can tackle energy management projects that they have in the way. And perhaps we can be congratulating you next year. So we look forward to continuing our work at home with our CEM partners and around the world to continue to advance energy management. And again, congratulations to all of the CEM award winners. Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot, Molly. And it is indeed snowing as well here in Vienna. So I'm working from the office today, but I felt that need to stay in the morning. So let's give it a try again with Ethan. Is Ethan now connected, and can we move on also to his perspective? Great, good to see you, Ethan. So let's give it another try. Okay, we don't hear you, so can you unmute yourself perhaps? Okay,
Okay, I think I finally unmuted.
Perfect.
Be a delay there.
We hear you now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. My problem may have been I was pressing too many buttons too quickly, trying to get myself unmuted.
All right. Well, we hear you and see you now, so go ahead.
Oh, wonderful. Hopefully it will stay. Hopefully the connection will stay. I don't know why it's so buggy this morning. Well, I'm not sure where I dropped off, but I think where I'll pick up is, at COP26 earlier this fall, the world witnessed, and it just dropped out again. Can you still hear me?
We can hear you, but we don't have your
You can
video.
hear me, but the picture just went away. It seems to be a capacity issue with my audio or video.
Why don't you go ahead?
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, why don't you just go ahead and we can pick up with me later on today.
No, go
for
ahead.
whatever
We can hear you. So why don't you go
Oh, you
ahead
can?
with your, even if the camera is goes off, then let's just continue with audio.
Okay. Well, we witnessed at COP26 earlier this year, bringing together the brightest climate and energy minds from across the globe to work towards a shared goal of mitigating the worst impacts of climate change. COP26 countries made some bold collective commitments, and 151 countries upgraded their nationally determined contributions. Perhaps most encouraging was the vast number of companies represented at the conference, the manufacturers and others who attended and who have established their own sustainability commitments. It's incredibly important because industry is a significant contributor to global emissions. So it's imperative that companies start taking the lead in sustainable actions, implementing clean energy technologies, and managing energy use. The last part, managing energy use, that's the focus of today's event. There's little question that the most effective way for industry to reduce carbon emissions in the near term is through energy management and efficiency measures. I often think of it as best practices and best technologies. Energy conservation and energy efficiency aren't always in the spotlight, but they're critical strategies in the fight against global warming. The most sustainable energy is the energy you do not use. So we should take every opportunity to showcase these successes and applaud the organizations that are taking on the mantle of sustainability. From businesses that stepped up at COP26 to the organizations that are receiving awards today, you generate real hope that we're heading in the right direction. We have a lot of work to do, but together we can achieve our goals. Every nation that attended COP26, every nation that is a member of the Clean Energy Ministerial, everyone participating in this ceremony, every organization that submitted an application for an Energy Management Leadership Award, we're all part of the solution. Together we can realize not only the President's climate goals, not only the global climate goals of any one country, but the goals of the Paris Agreement that aims to keep our planet safe. Thank you again for attending this event and for all of your participation in the Energy Management Leadership Awards. Look forward to the rest of the ceremony. And again, my apologies for whatever technological bug has infected my computer today. Take care.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Ethan, and thanks for the support of the U.S. Department of Energy to keep this award, running. This is the 6th year already that the award is running, and it keeps on attracting and bringing more and more companies and actors to submit case studies, and these are inspirations for others also to keep the torch of energy management. I'd like now to turn to Dan Dorner, the head of the Secretariat of the Clean Energy Ministerial Secretariat. Dan is going to provide us with an overview of the CEM work and its related activity. Thank you for joining, Dan, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Rana. Thank you, Chair. Good day to you all. And thank you to Molly and Ethan for those great opening remarks. Look, it's really wonderful to be here today to both celebrate actions on energy efficiency and to present the awards to the global leaders in energy management. We come together today towards the end of a year where climate and clean energy ambitions have been raised significantly. A wide range of new pledges and commitments have been made around the world, across the economy, and throughout society. Net zero commitments have proliferated, and clean energy transitions feel more certain and inevitable than ever. Now, the Clean Energy Ministerial's global community can take some credit for that, but we will need to take even greater responsibility for delivering that. And in this context, we know that energy efficiency and effective energy management rivals the importance of renewable energy supply as a critical factor in ensuring success or failure. And yet the so-called first fuel still seems to be an afterthought rather than a first thought. And it's critical that we recognize the advancement in how it is recorded, managed, and optimized, making the invisible visible and valuable. This is what the ISO 50001 standards allow us to do, and what we've tried to bring to focus through the Energy Management Leadership Awards over the last 5 years. We've seen over 230 companies from over 30 countries participate in these awards over the years, and it's become a truly international effort offering a unique opportunity in sharing experiences and best practices the world over. And all of these experiences and learnings are captured and highlighted as case studies and made available through our website, www.cleanenergyministerial.org, for everyone's use in the future. Because what is very evident is that there is meaningful progress being achieved in the deployment of ISO 50001 reporting across many industries, ranging from steel and cement manufacturing to dairy and noodle manufacturing. The Energy Management Leadership Awards indicate the wide range of opportunities that energy management can give in the clean energy transition. It also demonstrates why it's reflective of the role of these awards in the Clean Energy Ministerial, which is very focused on deployment. These leadership awards give us a view into how the change is being brought about on the ground, the actions which are allowing for clean energy transformation and bringing it up to policymakers to celebrate this success. These awards also offer great demonstration to other sectors of the clean energy transition solutions about what is possible, whether on appliance energy efficiency or smart grids, for example. I should also just take the opportunity to recognize the efforts and role of many of the participating governments who've used a call to action in this global awards program to set up their domestic efforts. And it's encouraging to see that the awards are not only fostering this international collaboration, but also encouraging a very healthy domestic competition towards common clean energy and climate goals where every effort counts. With this, I hand back to you, Rana. And once again, I just want to congratulate all of the nominees and winners of this edition of the Energy Management Awards. Thanks.
Thank you, Dan, for those inspiring words and for reminding us of the wider relevance of this within the CEM, the importance of collaboration, both internationally and domestically. And as you pointed out, there's numerous players actually involved in this these awards, not just the member states, the judges that volunteer their time to support and the review and very methodologically go through the different applications. The team from Energetics, who actually diligently as well administers the reports and the announcement of the awards. A team also at UNIDO, and you'll hear also later on from my colleague on that. And just to bring to you a flair of how the Energy Management Leadership Awards has been also over the year, we have a short video that is showcasing also some of the previous winners of these awards. And with that, I would like to ask our tech support to start playing the video.
We're here in Tipperary Cooperative. It's a farmer-owned cooperative about 100 years old, and we process about 350 million litres of milk a year. We've implemented ISO 50001 on site. Tipperary Cooperative's sustainability journey, it's built on the premise of being a good neighbour. There are 4 pillars to our sustainability journey: farm operations, milk collection, factory operations and community engagement, with the ultimate goal of achieving carbon neutrality in the milk collection and factory operation.
When you think of the industries that can benefit the most from better energy management, the financial industry isn't usually at the top of the list. And that's what I think makes our ISO 50001 certification and this award even more notable. It shows that energy management can have real impacts for both environmental indicators and a company's bottom line. Even if that company that doesn't operate industrial machinery or huge fleets of vehicles. Since starting with a single bank branch in 2012, we have now gained ISO 50001 certification for 194 separate sites all across Taiwan.
Our ISO 50001 certificate shows our company's leadership in energy management, and it is raising the bar for companies around the world. We are proud of our certification to ISO 50001. We learned a lot in the processes, and we are now in the road to improve our performance. Thank you.
ISO 50001 gives organization of all sizes and types a framework to track, analyze, and reduce energy consumption.
And ISO 50001 provides a systematic approach for organizations to integrate the energy efficiency first principle into their management systems, and it brings behavioral, organizational, and technological changes together to maximize results.
Thank you for playing that, and I'd like now to turn to Marco Matteini, who's an industrial development officer working at UNIDO, and Marco has been one of our champions for our work on energy management, and he will introduce the value of energy management, ISO 50001, and also the leadership awards for this year. So Marco, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Rana, and good morning. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone, and thank you for joining this event. Yes, as Rana mentioned, I will talk a bit about the value of ENMS and ISO 50001. Now, the goal is and remains to reduce energy consumption and improve performance. In so doing, reducing cost and also emission of carbon dioxide and other harmful gases. Now, reducing energy consumption and improving energy efficiency and performance is not just a matter of introducing the latest technology or piece of hardware, but it depends on bringing together and managing effectively people, technology, and information within and across an organization, processes, and business units. So energy management system in ISO 50001 has the unique capability to manage and drive these three key elements towards continual improvement of energy performance, and this both in the short term and the long term. At the same time, the value creation of energy management system in ISO 50001 doesn't stop at the fence of the organization, but it derives also from the context in which the organization is operating and how this context is changing. Now, here in the slide, you can see policy regulation. The frameworks are changing more frequently over the last years and more as a result of climate change mitigation. But there are also changes happening in the market regarding customer requirements or offers from energy suppliers and energy service providers. So moving to the next slide, the value of energy management system and ISO 50001 therefore includes enabling the management of the complexity and also driving the transformation for continual improvement of energy performance, as well as for carbon net zero. Energy management system helps ensuring asset optimization, energy cost, and emission reduction. What we see is also it supports de-risking energy investments in general and maximizing the economic environmental returns. In addition to this, energy management system ISO 50001 really allow the companies to demonstrate their leadership on performance excellence, climate change mitigation, and sustainability. It enabled to integrate energy performance monitoring and improvement in the daily operation and decision making of organizations, and over time in the corporate culture. And last but also a very important point is that the energy management system in ISO 50001 can really sustain commitment and systematic actions over the long term. Now, this graph that you see, maybe many of you have seen it, is a typical trajectory of energy cost in companies that embark on the energy management system ISO 50001 journey. But it's critically important to remember and highlight that with energy management system ISO 50001, the work does not end on year 3, but it really continues over the long term. And this is what we need, the continual improvement over the long term, which becomes even more unique and beneficial when we also start to look at carbon management and carbon net zero. So having highlighted what we see as the big value of energy management system in ISO 50001, both for the organizations, their competitiveness, but also for the low carbon and net zero socioeconomic development, it is critically important and beneficial for us to have the awardees of the Clean Energy Ministerial Energy Management Leadership Awards, because it is thanks to them, to their leadership, to their stepping forward to share their experience and insight on energy management system and ISO 50001, that we collectively can reinforce the business case proposition, the messaging, the narrative around 50001 energy management system, and to accelerate further the global adoption. So this year we greatly thank and congratulate 32 organizations and awardees. They come from many different economic sectors, industry, commercial, national and local public authorities, energy, water, transport, health sector. So the diversity is really keep growing, and from 20 different countries. Just to say again, congratulations to all of them, and really big thanks for their continued leadership in promoting and implementing energy management system and ISO 50001. Thank you, and back to you, Rana.
Thank you, Marco, and it's really great to see the diversity indeed. Pharmaceutical sector, health sector, data centers, energy efficiency and energy management can really apply to any organization. And now we come to the exciting part as well of our celebration today, which is the celebration of the winners of the 2021 Energy Management Award. And to present the first award, I would like to invite Dan Dorner, the head of the CEM Secretariat. Dan, please, the floor is yours.
Brilliant, thank you, Rana. Exciting part indeed, and thank you, Marco, for that great presentation. Look, I should start by expressing my appreciation and sympathies to the judges, because I think it's getting harder to judge these awards every single year. And this is both a testament to the excellent nominations being submitted and, of course, the excellent action happening on the ground. But with that, it gives me really immense pleasure to be awarding the first of the different 2021 Energy Management Awards of Excellence to the Kuala Lumpur Golf and Country Club from Malaysia. And while I've not had the opportunity to swing a club on the course yet, it's fascinating to learn that the country club with a tournament-sized golf course has established ISO 50001 energy management standards since 2013, and since then has reduced its overall energy consumption by some 22%. And from their case study submission, their efforts involved installing heat pumps, changing their hot water systems, and being in a tropical location also involved changes in cooling systems. And this was also impactful on their bottom line, as we've understand that this also resulted in energy cost savings of over $1.5 million. Amazing. Now, while announcing this winner, it's also important to recognize that while Malaysia is not a CEM member, CEM activities do not limit the participation and collaboration for governments, companies, experts, other organizations around the world. And we really appreciate the active engagement from Malaysia on energy management. Once again, congratulations to the Kuala Lumpur Golf and Country Club for winning this award. And may I, with that, call upon its General Manager, Mohammed Rasif, to receive this award on behalf of the institution, share with us some remarks. Congratulations and thank you once again for all of your energy management efforts. The floor is yours.
Dan, thank you very, very much. And on behalf of Kuala Lumpur Golf and Country Club, we are a proud recipient of the award. Thank you very, very much. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to folks from our part of the world. Kuala Lumpur Golf and Country Club, or we affectionately call it KLGCC, is part of the CEM Property Group. And I would like to thank the Clean Energy Ministerial Secretariat for this important recognition. And may I take this opportunity to congratulate the other winners as well. If you allow me, then I would like to share our journey a little bit. CEM Property, we started our sustainability journey as back as 2007, and that's where KLGCC is part of our group, and they embark on energy saving. The energy saving at that particular time when we started was more economically driven than environment. But over the years, the leadership has changed its thinking, and it's part of our culture that we want to do better for the environment. So in 2013, we got KLGCC got their first ISO 50001. It was the 2011 version, and they keep working hard on it and recertified to the new 2018 standard ISO 50001. And I congratulate the KLGCC team on such an achievement. Thanks for all the numbers that you mentioned. Yes, a reduction in the usage of LPG, 54%, 22% in electricity usage. And when we look at, as we get, and we look at the carbon reduction data, they've also reduced their carbon reduction pre-COVID by 23%, 2017 to 2019. So it has a lot of benefit to go and apply and implement ISO 50001. And I'm pleased to announce that they are on track towards their best financial year ever as well. And I'm very sure that ISO 50001 had played a contributory role in reducing their costs and improving their financial performance. So kudos to the team. Going forward, as you know, running a golf club is not like it is super profitable. Therefore, any huge investment has to be spread out. But that doesn't stop the KLGCC team from working with us at the group level, and we have agreed with them to put capital for them to go renewable. I believe that it will be in phases, as because we also do not want to implement one shot and impact their bottom line severely. But it is still a good start, and I do look forward on how we will implement renewable energy in a golf club setting, and see what we learn from that and implement. I think this award, I'm so happy with this, right? This award, I really have to thank the panel of judges. I didn't know they went through such pain and to be amongst the best of the best, looking at those company icons is now really. I mean, we are. In a way, we can say we are just a golf club, right? And for us to be recognized and look at the write-up that the team has submitted, it was we should be proud that it doesn't need to be a manufacturing or a big industrial complex, right? Even a golf club, looking at the elements and the requirements and standards in 50,001, you implement it and you will benefit, be it your business or the environment. So we appreciate the trust you have placed in KLGCC, and this award only motivate the team to do even better. And I can bet you it will be even difficult to win next year, but we will try our best. Dan, Rana, over to you. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you so much, Mohammed Yusuf, and congratulations. Thank you for the passion that you're bringing into this, and really quite interesting to see what you've achieved over the years, and that would be great motivations, not only for your staff, but also for others to follow your path. I would like now to move also within the same continent still, so to the United Arab Emirates, and I'd like to invite the representative of the Ministry of Energy and Infrastructure, Engineer Al-Naimi, to share the second award announcement.
All right. Thank you, Dana. So actually, unfortunately, Engineer Moza was not able to connect somehow. She had some issues through her phone, but I will be presenting the award on behalf of the Ministry of Energy and Infrastructure. So I'm Amal Hamade. I was not able to change the name yet, so sorry about that. We really are very pleased, first of all, to participate in the Energy Management Leadership Award for the last 5 years. It was a great initiative, it still is. We also have the UAE National Energy Management Award, which we are doing with the support of this initiative locally, and it's been really great for the ministry and for the UAE overall. One of the top priorities for the UAE is energy management. The UAE National Energy Strategy has set a target of 40% demand reduction by 2050. And this year, we officially launched the UAE National Demand Side Management Program. This program sets the detailed roadmap and initiative to achieving the target in all major sectors in UAE, which includes buildings, transport, and industry. So we're continuously working with the public and private sector in the country to ensure continuous improvement in energy efficiency, and to make sure that we are contributing to our national targets as well as our international commitments in energy efficiency and sustainability overall. So this award really supports our initiatives, supports promotion of the ISO 50001, and we are very proud of Dubai municipality. They've been implementing worldwide standards for the last few years in energy management and sharing their experiences internationally. So it's very well deserved, and I proudly present Dubai municipality with the 2021 Energy Management Leadership Award. Congratulations.
Mr. Asad Ali Al Rayes, on behalf of the Dubai municipality, are you with us? Will you be able to share your audio and video to show us the receipt of the award? I don't hear any reaction, so perhaps I would just then say let's move on to the next awardee, recognizing actually the efforts of the UAE as well in energy management and how that fits also with the broader ambition that the UAE showed now at the last COP in Glasgow with stepping up and announcing their net zero goals, and also with hosting COP28. I think we have quite a lot of aspirations for what you bring also to the table. Congratulations to Dubai municipality, and with that I would like to turn to another continent, to Latin America, and particularly Chile, to introduce Ignacio Santiles, who's the director of the Agency for Sustainable Energy in Chile. And Ignacio is going to highlight the ambition of Chile and present the award to our third awardee. Ignacio, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Rana. Good morning. Here in Chile, it's 10 a.m. to everyone. And as you know, Chile is highly committed with the carbon neutrality by 2050. And not only because of the environment, you know that we produce only 0.3% of the global emissions, but also because we want to give an example to other developing countries, and because we have found out how productivity is highly impacted by sustainability. So it's not only for the environment, it's also because it's a good deal for the country, for the companies, and for people that we are committed with this carbon neutrality. And this strategy, energy efficiency, is absolutely key for us. And from the work we have done with CEM for many years now, we got convinced, like by 2016, that energy management is the key for energy efficiency, and we have promoted that as the central energy efficiency policy over the last few years. And proof of that is that this year in February, the Congress approved the first energy efficiency law in Chile, and in that law, we established that it's mandatory for large companies to have in place an energy management system certified by an independent body. So probably we are the first country where this is mandatory. This covers companies that represent around consumption in the industrial sector. So those are very good news. Private companies in the associations with great results. This year, we have ASASA ports, but today I'm here to present the first Chilean company that receives the CEM award on excellency in energy management, which is Abastible. Abastible is a gas utility that not only implemented the energy management system, also developed a monitoring platform and are using blockchain to validate the savings. And not only for their operations, but also they are offering this to the clients they have. So it's a great way to expand the action of the energy management system in the country. So my congratulations to Abastible, and I give back the floor.
Okay, thank you very much, Ignacio. It's an honor to be here. Good morning, good evening to everyone. On behalf of Abastible, I want to thank Dan Dorner, the judges, and all the Clean Energy Ministerial team for recognizing our work with the prestigious CEM Energy Management Leadership Award, and also for your commitment to accelerate clean energy transitions at a global level that inspires us all. This recognition honors us, makes us proud, and motivates us to continue improving energy use in our company and with our clients. I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate the other winners. This award recognizes the implementation of an energy management system in our Lenga liquefied gas bottling plant in southern Chile. Its successful execution was the result of the work, drive, and dedication of a great number of people. The project was implemented in 2020 at the height of the pandemic. At times, it was difficult to move on with strict restrictions due to health protocols, and we managed to succeed. I want to thank the team at Planta Lenga, led by Marcos Betancourt, for their unwavering commitment, and my team, Teófane Sovino, Alejandro Silva, and Francisca Araya, whose leadership, enthusiasm, and dedication made this possible. As an energy company, we seek to develop sustainable growth by delivering comprehensive and sustainable solutions that are cleaner, enhance productivity, and use fewer resources. We design energy efficiency solutions for our clients from diverse industries in different productive sectors. Our experience in Lenga not only generates value for Abastible, but also allows us to replicate this experience with our clients, with the aim of contributing to the sustainable growth of their businesses. Looking back, we have come a long way. The project led us to obtain ISO 50001 certification. We have been recognized by the Chilean Ministry of Energy with the Gold Seal of Energy Efficiently, and most recently, this award that makes us the first Chilean company to obtain this recognition. Nevertheless, this is only the first step, since we will continue implementing energy management systems in all our plants and offices. Beyond all these achievements, we believe that this project set a path for the Chilean LNG industry, demonstrating that it is possible to promote energy efficiency, generate an organization energy culture, and positively impact the environment. At Abastible, we are really passionate about energy and about helping to build a sustainable future. Thank you. Back to you, Rana.
Great. Thank you so much, Paula, and congratulations on the award. It's really nice to be the first company in Chile to get this award, but hopefully, as you said, it would be a trigger for many, many more, and also for a wider implementation in Chile. So congrats to you and your team, and hope you keep on the path for improved energy management. I'd like now to turn to the presentation of the fourth award. And I'm inviting Ethan Rogers from USDOE again to present the fourth award to the fourth winner. So Ethan, the floor is yours.
Thank you. It appears that my audio and video are working again.
Perfect.
All right. It's been dropping in and out throughout this event. I'm delighted to make this presentation. The Department of Energy has been a proponent of the ISO 50001 Energy Management Standard and the Energy Management Leadership Awards for many years. In fact, we co-led the Energy Management Working Group, which was the CEM initiative that launched these awards. DOE's Advanced Manufacturing Office, where I work, continues to support the ISO 50001 through its technical partnership programs. These programs educate organizations about ISO 50001, provide technical support, and encourage adoption of the standard. For example, we have the Superior Energy Performance 50001 program, which we call SEP 50001, and it builds on the ISO 50001 standard. It provides a measurement and verification protocol to support third-party verification of energy performance improvements. The Advanced Manufacturing Office also manages the 50001 Ready program, which helps organizations that are just getting started on their energy management system implementation journey. The Better Plants initiative provides materials, tools, training, and help to manufacturers to improve their energy efficiency and meet their commitments to energy efficiency targets, and more recently, carbon mitigation targets. As it happens, JW Marriott has been a longtime participant in the SEP 50001 program. So you might suspect, as lead of AMO's energy management program, I feel a bit gratified about this particular award winner, and you would be correct. I am very pleased to give this award to one of our own recognized facilities. The JW Marriott facility here in Washington, D.C. provided an exemplary description of how they implemented their energy management system. The luxury hotel is part of the Marriott International chain, which has set a goal to reduce carbon intensity by 30% across its portfolio of hotels by 2025. To achieve these long-term targets, The JW Marriott sets yearly energy reduction goals, and to ensure that they could achieve their targets, the hotels established an ISO 50001 energy management system. Hotel management also created a hotel energy team whose purpose is to identify ways to save energy and put those plans into action. Management has also instituted a culture of energy awareness throughout the hotel, getting all staff educated and involved in the energy management program. Every staff member makes a contribution, even if it's something as simple as making sure to turn off the lights when leaving a room. The hotel's leadership has also been directly involved in the program. They used an energy management system to track the hotel's energy use and make adjustments. The JW Marriott has saved over 9,500 gigajoules of energy and over $221,000 in energy cost over 3 years, which is considerable accomplishment considering that this has been done during the pandemic. We're pleased to celebrate their success on the world stage so others can see the benefits. Please allow me to introduce Mr. Tushar Agarwal of JW Marriott of Washington, D.C. to accept this award of excellence. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers, and the Clean Energy Ministerial for this award, and congratulations to all the other awardees. When we heard that we had received this prestigious award, it was a highlight of a long journey that the hotel's embarked on, and we continue to travel. I think a lot of people have spoken about the journey, and this is a journey. When we were awarded this, many of my hotel colleagues at other hotels asked how we made it to this point and what it took to make us successful. So I thought I would take the time now to share some of those things that made us get to this point where we could be an awardee and where we were able to save, as Ethan mentioned, a fair amount of money. What we found to be very helpful for us is, one, there needs to be a champion. There needs to be someone who believes in the need to reduce energy consumption as an imperative for the business and for the environment. In our case, that was Raj Srinivasan, our Director of Engineering, who started this process in 2013. Through his conviction, he brought others on board and helped to continue this process. There also needs to be support, and you have to build a team. None of this can be done alone. It really needs the support of corporate management, and in our case, from our ownership group, which is Host Hotels and Resorts. These organizations, separately from a corporate perspective, had created strong goals to reduce carbon intensity, water intensity, landfill waste, among other things. Our efforts on hotel levels supported those goals, and in turn, both of these organizations provided the support we needed to focus on energy savings, including making the necessary investments. We've received additional support from our hotel team, as Ethan mentioned, from the Department of Energy, from Randy Walker and countless others. It takes a team really to drive home the results. But then how do you build the support that you need? And where we found another thing that you needed is there needs to be a clear process and goals and strong communication. So to build the support, we couldn't just go out and tell our superiors that we have to save energy. We had a process and goals and a framework that we could get behind. Both ISO 50001 and then in the US, SEP 50001 provided a framework and a guideline that helps sell the dream, so to speak, to those that would ultimately support us. We wanted to be the first hotel in the US to achieve ISO 50001 certification. And additionally, there had to be clearly conveyed business imperative for us to move forward. And we wanted to do the following, and what it allowed us to do to get the support was knowing that it reinforced our commitment to be good stewards in the environment while also reducing costs. So both a intangible and a tangible benefit. It also allowed us to differentiate ourselves from our competitive hotels when bidding on business. And certification by a third party was a really key part to this benefit, as it gave a stamp of approval to businesses that we were considerate of the environment and somebody that they wanted to do business with. And then it also supported, like I said, Marriott's and Host corporate goals. With these goals in hand, we made sure that each year we had a specific set of goals to achieve, and those are communicated both up to our ownership and our corporate leadership, as well as to the individuals at the hotel. Ethan mentioned it before, but there also has to be whole hotel engagement. can't be solely driven by leadership. It can't be driven by one person. Every other associate in the hotel has to understand the goals and has to live them. And we did this by building a team with representatives across the hotel departments to ensure they disseminated the information, but also that they provided us ideas that we may not see from a top level, but they had from their day-to-day activities. And lastly, there has to be conviction. Inevitably, there are obstacles and difficulties along the way. However, with all the other items that I mentioned in place, these obstacles can always be surmounted. So where did this all get us? We were able to be the first hotel to achieve ISO 50001 certification in the U.S. During the first certification period, we reduced energy consumption by 16.5%, but we didn't stop there. We achieved our second certification more recently and achieved a 7.8% energy improvement over 3 years with an energy savings of about 221,000 reduced emissions of 725 metric tons. As I mentioned before, the certification has been key in driving new business to us for companies that want to work with hotels that are focused on driving a good environmental stewardship. We also have a very engaged hotel team. It has actually been an ancillary benefit that there's excitement built with our team and there's strong engagement, not only on the energy consumption front, but along other fronts. And then the focus on energy savings has enhanced our efforts in other areas. It's built upon itself. We now recycle our fryer oil. We menu engineer to reduce food waste. We're in the process of implementing solar array for alternative energy sources, and we're in process of replacing our bath amenities at the hotel to reduce plastic waste. So all of this comes through support from organizations like the Clean Energy Ministerial, from the Department of Energy. So I would also like to thank all of you for the work that you do that allows us to be successful on a smaller scale. Thanks for your time. Have a wonderful day.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Tushar, and congratulations. Lots of messages that you gave that resonate very well to me and to our work on energy management. I mean, the importance of the commitment of senior management, but then this line of the open discussion and feedback as well from those working on the floor, the relevance of also having national programs to promote, like the SEP, energy management on a wider scale, and the list goes on and on. So congratulations and thank you, and yeah, hopefully you get a lot more awards, and thanks for reminding us that there's also a lot more opportunities still pending. Before turning to the next chapter of this webinar, I understand that our representative from the Dubai municipality is back on, and we would like to make sure that we give a space for our winners to also share their insights. So I would like to invite Mr. Mansour Al Rayes, the Acting Director of General Maintenance at the Dubai municipality, to share his thoughts on this award.
Hello. I think that I'm still having some troubles on webcam.
Okay, we can hear you. So important is we hear what you have to say. So
yes, of course. Yeah. Thank you so much, and sorry for the trouble that happened earlier because I had some problem with the speaker. I think with the audio. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot to the great opportunity that given to us as Dubai municipality today for this event to come and to talk about ISO 50001, the certificate that we have got it on 2018. We as Dubai municipality started working with the sustainable centers that we own and started to plan our great sustainable planning on all assets that belonging to Dubai municipality in Dubai. We followed the ministry regulations and circulars that came, our COP28 plan that will be held in United Arab Emirates to reach in 2050 to 75% of saving in all assets that belong in Dubai government and the UAE. we have got a very intensive work and teams to start our plannings. One of the main great points that have been raised is receiving the ISO 50001 certificate. It had given us an indications on how the process will be held in all our assets. We got it in 2 of our buildings centers. Our new plans that will come within 2-3 years from now, we are trying to handle around 322 buildings and assets belonging to our municipality in Dubai, trying to achieve an absolute of 50% of savings in all those buildings. In fact, that energy saving processes have been started in Dubai since 2010, but it was individual plans that have been created by different entities. One of the important moderate environment and sustainable natural resources that we have is sun in Dubai and in our region. So we have our planning to start getting zero consumption on all our building, inshallah. We've started in 2002 on two of our building that will have zero consumption nearly, inshallah, next year. And we have one of our parks in Dubai, in the middle of Dubai, that have reached to 100% energy saving, and it doesn't consume any power from electricity or water. It just generate everything itself. We are very happy on getting our 50001 certificate, because it have been turned our eyes and focuses to the systems and to the blockchain and how to control the systems on our buildings, and using the BMS system and TOT system and LOT system to control the AC, electricity, lighting, pumps, and all type of building systems to try to minimize the consumptions of the electricity on them, and HVAC, on LED lighting and energy, on pumps, which have been created in 2 of our buildings that we have got the ISO on them, and we saved around more than 680,000 dirhams on one of the buildings, on cumulative on the past 7-8 years back. So I'm very great to get and to be a part of this award, and I'm very happy that we have entered to this ISO 50001, and we are very happy for the celebration that happened today, and thank you everybody for that.
Great, thank you so much, Mansour, and congratulations. It's a very wide scope, of course, for the implementation in a municipality. So the congratulations on your commendable efforts. And now I would like to switch to the next part of our webinar. And this week is actually Energy Efficiency Week in India. And the Bureau for Energy Efficiency in India has a large program of events showcasing their work on energy efficiency. I think a lot of us working in the energy efficiency space know that if anything exciting is happening on energy efficiency, it is happening in India. So we are delighted to have with us today Arjit Sangupta. He's the director at the Bureau for Energy Efficiency in India, and he's going to be sharing with us some of the perspectives of India on energy management. Arjit, thanks for joining, and the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rana, for this wonderful introduction. Also, at the outset, I would like to thank the Clean Energy Ministerial for giving us this opportunity to share our views in this 2021 Clean Energy Ministerial Energy Management Leadership Awards program. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank all the award winners for their exemplary work that they have done in the area of energy management. So again, congratulations to all. And of course, it was a very good experience kind of thing to hear from all of you, your experiences in promoting energy management in your factories, in your premises, in your establishments. And in the past also, I'm aware of the fact that many Indian energy intensive industries have got this award under this platform and for their exemplary work. And coming now into the Indian context, yes, as far as energy management is concerned, we are promoting the energy management system from the Bureau of Energy Efficiency for the energy intensive industrial sectors, which are covered under our highly successful Perform, Achieve and Trade scheme. I think most of you are aware about the Perform, Achieve and Trade scheme, but still I would just like to take a minute or so to explain just to kind of what that scheme is all about. So we are assigning reduction targets in terms of specific energy consumption to energy intensive industries, and now we have also started assigning specific energy consumption reduction targets to establishments like hotels. And so there is a period of 3 years within which these targets are to be achieved by the energy intensive industries or the establishments. And upon achieving those targets, they can also kind of, if they achieve excess savings than what has been assigned to them, they can also get what we call as energy saving certificates, which can later on be traded in the open market. So this is the scheme that we have, and currently there are around 1100 energy intensive industries which are covered under the ambit of this scheme. And we are into the 7th cycle of the scheme, which we are increasing in a day, in a rolling basis, year on year. We are increasing the number of sectors, and also we are increasing the number of industries and establishment in each of those sectors. Now, in the last few years, we have also tried to promote this concept of adoption of ISO 50001 standards in the industries which are covered under the PAT scheme, the Perform, Achieve and Trade scheme. 11 industries have already implemented, which are, under the scheme that has been promoted by the Bureau of Energy Efficiency. There are many more industries who are doing it on their own, and we are continuously kind of trying to encourage industries to adopt the ISO 50001 standards in their industries, along with successful implementation of the Perform, Achieve and Trade scheme. I'd also take this opportunity to highlight that under the bilateral cooperation between the Bureau of Energy Efficiency and the US DOE, of course, Mr. Ethan Rogers is also here. So I would like to highlight the fact that we have conducted 2 webinars along with the US DOE to enhance the uptake of ISO 50001 in industries. So the first webinar was conducted during September, and which saw participants from cement industry, steel industry, aluminium, fertilizer, and the chlor-alkali sector. We also conducted a second webinar along with the US DOE, and that was held on 27th of October. And again, we had participation from textile, pulp and paper, and thermal power plant sectors. So what we did was we segregated the energy intensive industries into 2 parts so that there are equal participation. And we had some a very good interaction, not only with the Indian experts, but also with the US DOE experts as well. So that's all from my side. And thank you once again to all the awardees for the exemplary work. Over to you, Rana.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Ajit, for sharing those insights onto your work in India and great progress. I would like now to turn to the final segment of the webinar and back to Dan Dorner to give us an overview on the upcoming activities.
Brilliant. Thank you, Rana. And thank you to everyone that has participated and watched today's events. And obviously, apologies for any technical challenges that we have. It seems to be a feature of today's webinar-based world. But irrespective, this has been an absolutely wonderful experience for me to learn about the efforts of some of the leading institutions from around the world in energy management. And I think the whole event reminds me how massively important it is to celebrate successes. And I'm so proud that these awards are part of our Clean Energy Ministerial Work Programme and that you are all part of our global community. These awards also reinforce the opportunity that international collaboration can provide to foster clean energy transformation and the role that institutions such as the CEM can play in bringing such wide-ranging lessons on critical energy management solutions and efficiency actions as well. So in addition to the awards of excellence winners that we've heard from today and have shared their experiences with us, I'd also like to celebrate the 28 other Energy Management Leadership Insight Award winners and would ask all of you to go out and inspire others to follow your fantastic example. I also hope that we'll be able to forge ahead with a richer set of experiences on energy management in the years to come and further strengthen these awards programs with the blessing of our members. In particular, a round of thanks to the governments of the United States who are currently leading this awards program and to the government of Canada who has been an active supporter over the years, along with many others such as we've just heard, from India, from the United Arab Emirates, from Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, United Kingdom, and others. It really is credit to them that these awards have been so successful over the years. And also a very important word of thanks both to the organisers from Energetics and to UNIDO and to you, Rana, in particular, who've been relentless in making these awards a success, and the truly international group of awards judges that we've had this year in supporting and scrutinising the case study submissions. And as this event starts to draw to a close, the Clean Energy Ministerial and its wonderful global community, we've really had a very impressive year as we kind of wind up 2021 and start to think about 2022. We can look back and say it's been really impressive and enjoyable way to round up as part of this event and this award ceremony, but also as inspiration to be even more ambitious in our agenda when 2022 begins. So as I leave here, just want to inform the audience here that next year's Clean Energy Ministerial meeting, the 13th, CEM 13, will be organised and hosted by the United States, hosted in September 2022, and it will be hosted in the city of Pittsburgh. And we hope that will offer us an opportunity next year to convene sections of this community to once again celebrate and strengthen the conversation on energy management. Thanks again, Rana, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Dan, and I also echo the words of thanks to all of the countries, judges, coordinators, companies that have been participating in this. It's really great to see the value that this award has created across the past 6 years, and that we still see a lot of interest from companies and different types of institutions to engage in this award, and we sincerely hope that we'll be able to continue supporting that. For me, I mean, this award is really a perfect example of how we are also matching at the ground level some actions to meet our climate ambitions, and it's a perfect example as well of how we keep ambition and action alive through an integrated framework, in this case for energy management. So congratulations again to all of the winners, and also of course to those that are part of the Insights Awards. And before actually concluding, I was also asked to ask all of the presenters to share their videos so that we could take a memory moment. I mean, these are the times, it's not easy organizing a ceremony to celebrate people and hand over certificates online. I think there we missed the handshake, the handing of the certificates, the handing of the awards, but at least let's make the best out of our virtual reality here and try to get a picture all together. It's been a pleasure for me. A lot of speakers, I have to say, so I'm happy that I managed to not confuse any of the names as well. So and to deal with all of the technology challenges. But thank you all, and let me know if we are good to go with the photo. I guess we say efficiency to just okay. I hope that was Fine. Yeah, and a round of applause indeed for everyone. So congratulations, and looking forward to celebrate with more companies and institutions next year as well. Thank you all, and wishing you a great day wherever you are.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.